If we live. Let's see what's going on. All right. We might be looking good. Let me see. Give me 1 second, y'all. We're going to get the party started in just a second. Don't mind me, I'm just on my phone. We're going to get going in 1 minute. I'm just trying to see if we live. Let me see. Just trying to see if we live. All right, y'all, we live. All right. So, first things first. I'm waitmattno from the IT Chameleon. You know what I'm saying? And today, I just really wanted to, get into some of the things that I do on a daily basis, administrative work for my HomeLab. As you probably seen, if you're here watching the stream, you probably seen the HomeLab ebook. I just want to get into more of that. I had a lot of people come and say, that and actually people that don't even do IT come and say that, it inspired them and that they wanted to get started. So I just decided I'm gonna start, streaming and making videos and showing people that anybody can do it, because I'm not an expert by any, stretch of the imagination. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be able to show people that, you don't have to be an expert. So without further ado, let's get started. And so, it's going to be pretty formal. I know a lot of y'all, maybe, well, not even a lot of y'all, I might be the only one that's never heard of SCCM until recently. I'm used to using something called Big Fix. That's what we use at my company. So I've never had to touch this before, but of course it's a Microsoft product. So that means we can get our hands on a free version just to, try it out, test it out. And, don't tell anybody, but I haven't patched my server yet, since last month. So it's the perfect time to test it out. So let's go to the official Microsoft website and see if we can get us a download. And, y'all got to pardon the internet. This isn't my fastest router. I'm actually using, I think it's a Netgear R620. Show you what it looks like. It's what I use for my HomeLab, in case you were wondering. Let's see. No, it's not that. Let's see. Okay, maybe I got the name wrong. I think it's this right here. Fairly cheap router. I want to say I got it for like $65 from Walmart. Not to mention I got the server that I use off eBay for around $300. But it wasn't just the chassis. It came with almost 4 terabytes of space. The RAM was trash. It came with 4 gigabytes of RAM. That's nothing. Had to upgrade that. But other than that, right out of the box, you can't beat that. I can show you what I have. because of course, I mean, it's not like it's not like I'm wasting any time by not telling, by spending some time on this, because technically, you guys should know what type of hardware I'm installing this on. I can never remember whether I have generation 8 or generation 7. I just know it when I see it. This is what I have. I paid much less than this. The DVD drive is replaced with the SSD. But yeah, I mean, behind this not glass, but titanium, you can pretty much fit 4 hard drives back there. You just pretty much open it up. Some of the other ones have a key lock, but this one doesn't. So, it's a little different. But anyways, back to it. If you've ever been to a Microsoft website, you can find just about anything here. As you might see, we're not even on the right website. We're on the learning website, of course. You take courses and exams on this. It's just, I guess, pretty cool. I mean, you can take a course or an exam on just about anything Microsoft these days. But what we want is the evaluation. So let's see. It's documentation, not necessarily what I want. I was expecting it to be the first link, but it's not. So Microsoft Evaluation Center sounds about right. On top of that, I feel like I should have downloaded this ahead of time. Maybe I did in a past life, but I probably didn't. But it doesn't hurt to check. So I'm just checking that out on this other screen real quick. I would show y'all, but I don't want y'all in my files. Sorry. Don't know y'all like that just about yet. It doesn't look like I downloaded it yet, so hopefully this is a quick download. Looks like it's an exe. One of the things, I haven't done any research on this, so we just winging it. Y'all gonna learn the same way I'm gonna learn. But let's see, description, Microsoft System Server. I guess you might be wondering why I'm using 2019. Also, my server, my HomeLab, is running on Hyper-V Core 2019, and then my servers that are running on top of that are also 2019 servers. So I feel like it's only right to do Microsoft System Center configuration, whatever it's called, configuration manager, 2019 as well, to just stay with the theme. I'm pretty sure, or not pretty sure, but I would just assume that other versions wouldn't be compatible with 2019. I don't know what's the difference in the System Center and System Center Configuration Manager with endpoint protection, but more is always cool. So fill this out real quick. Don't want to give out any personal information just yet, or ever, maybe. Yeah. And by the way, I'm really gonna only be doing these streams just as a way to be lazy, cut out having to do so much editing. So if you ever wonder why I'm streaming at like a random time where it might be hard for anyone to join, that's why. I'm not really aiming for so many people to join. I'm hoping that people will find some type of value in watching these streams at a later date, moment, time, whatever you want to call it. So let's see. And this download looks like it's gonna take forever. So Let's see. It's going down now. 20 minutes. Okay. Not so bad. Hopefully we can get down to like a 5-minute download. I was gonna say if it's anything longer than 20 minutes, I might have to shut the stream down and come back. But it's not looking that bad. Hopefully y'all can hear the music in the background. Some of y'all might recognize this Sonic music, Sonic the Hedgehog music from various games. If you know anything about me, it's my favorite video game character, favorite inspiration, whatever. You can't see my desk, but I got some gear here. Got a lot more stuff here too, but this is all you getting to see right now. You guys got to get to know me first. But I guess small talk is fine because we got a long time to wait, about 13 minutes. Let's see, can we do to kill some time? Sorry guys if this bores you. By the time you watch this, you can probably just skip. But until we're done downloading, this is what we're gonna do. I don't know if any of y'all have ever been to this website, but it's just a whole bunch of like mods of like old games. So guess what? We're about to play some mods. Let's play something different. Now it's up to 2 hours. This website just suck, and it's slowing me down. Who knows? But it's dropping back down to 1 hour. Yeah, this is what sucks about using this router. I should have downloaded it beforehand, but you live and you learn. It's the first stream. This looks fun. Let's play this. Hopefully I'm not slowing us down by doing this, but I'm only gonna play a little bit to get my fix. It's back down to 20 minutes anyway. I'm not sure it matters. Guess it does. Great. Okay. I guess the J stands for JavaScript. You can write a Sonic game in JavaScript. Great. Okay. Wonder if that's gonna happen with every game or just this one. Don't mind me at all, y'all. I'm sitting here on my desktop on my domain account.
Give me a screen, Corey. Yeah!
Okay. Y'all probably couldn't have heard that, but it was nuts. Volume is nuts. I'm finna mute it. Anyways, yeah, I'm on a domain account. I only really use this domain account to do administration on my servers and things of that nature. So you might notice that it's a little unoccupied, and this mod is already playing games with me. All right, great. Whoa. What is this? I can't even tell you how to play this, how to see. I'm sorry for those with sensitive eyes. It's hurting me too. I just worked a 12-hour shift, came home, no sleep, got straight on the stream. So I'm trying to do this for y'all, I want y'all to know just as much as I do. I want y'all to learn while I learn, because it's easier to do it that way. It's, kill two birds with one stone. Why should I learn it all, then come back, teach you all? It sounds counterproductive. So, and you know what else is counterproductive? This game. What we're going to do while we wait is, are any of y'all familiar with Windows Admin Center? maybe it's called something else. Let's see. But I tell you a funny story. I was gonna post a blog on there. I probably still will. Yeah, Windows Admin Center, it exists. Should be on here though. But anyways, a few months ago, when I was setting up my HomeLab for the bajillionth time, because I often, shut it down, start it over, try again, do something else funky or fun with it. But this time I decided I was gonna, do it blindfolded, which is technically, which is technically just using command line only, which is, hence earlier I said I was using Windows Hyper-V. I used the core installation, and when I got done, I'm used to using things like VMware and things like that. I'm used to having a GUI. When I get done with the install, I spin up a few VMs with the command prompt, and pretty much nothing happens. I'm like, okay, now how do I see the VM? How do I see the VMs that are just spun up? I was able to allocate storage, allocate RAM, but I can't even see the install to, start up the operating system, right? So what I ended up doing is, I searched for days on the internet trying to figure out what to do, right? And that's when I came across this thing called Windows Admin Center, right? And I'm kind of bummed out that I don't see it on here, because it should be on here. This is how I'm supposed to get us to our destination. It looks like we're gonna have to download that too. But anyways, you have to use that to get your GUI. It's a web application though, so here we go again. It's a web application though, so you get to monitor and do things to your virtual machines from the comfort of your internet browser, just like VMware. And the perk of it all is that you save on the resources on your server that's running the hypervisor, because you're running the installation that it's pretty much just a black screen. There's not much you can do, right? And the funny thing is, I told myself I was going to learn some more command prompt, but guess what? As soon as I got in that command prompt, the first thing I did was open up PowerShell. PowerShell.exe. It's the first command. Then shortly after that, I went and downloaded PowerShell Core. So I started using phsw.exe. Started using PowerShell commands, spun up a VM, start-vm, new-vm. Then you allocate all the things that you need, and then eventually you would use the command that I got a little ahead of myself with, start-vm. And then the VM, you do, I think, view VM, CVM, view VM, so you can see what VMs you have and what they're doing. And then you see, oh, you have a new VM, that VM is running, that VM has such and such resources, but you can't see it, you can't touch it, you can't install Windows Server to it, you can't install Linux to it, because you can't physically touch it, right? So, like I said, I searched long, tirelessly till I found this Windows Admin Server nonsense that I'm having a difficult time getting installed. And honestly, this might end up being an intro, just a little intro stream if I can't get this stuff installed, because but anyways, says one person watching. I don't believe that. They haven't left a comment, so clearly they're not watching, Or, I was watching myself from my phone when I first got in here, so could be me. But anyways, it's a preliminary stream. I guess I can explain what's going on with this company as well. A lot of people might have just started seeing the IT chameleon pop up everywhere and aren't really sure what it is, why it is, and why it's around here. And so pretty much what the IT chameleon is it's a brand. It's a learning community. It's a lot of things, right? A community first, where we're just focusing on teaching everything that I wish there was a word for it, right? Everyone that's not a developer that's interested in IT, basically, but mostly students, aspiring server engineers, aspiring system engineers, anybody like that, right? Just trying to stress the fact that they need a home lab, that they need somewhere where they can participate in side projects. That's the best way. That's the best way for you to get hired by companies, get return calls, have some recruiters start looking at your stuff, get noticed, feel confident at your job, overcome that imposter syndrome that a lot of us have, me especially. But yeah, just to introduce a lot of people to the concept that you can do this at home. You don't have to have super user privileges at work. You don't gotta wait for that. You can start at your house. You can be your own super user. You can set up your own network. You can be the architect, right? And you can put that on your resume. I feel like IT is one of the rare, very, very, very rare, fields, where you can take work that's not professional and put it on your resume, and people will be intrigued by it, right? Like, I got my project work at the bottom of my resume, and whenever I get calls, like, that's the first thing they hop to. They go, "Oh, tell us more about this HomeLab project. What'd you do?" Right? They kind of skip over my real experience, right? Because they expect that, you know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't be looking for such a job if you didn't have any experience, right? They want to know if you're driven outside of work. They want to know if you're taking it upon yourself to try and put yourself in situations that aren't specific to your workplace. Because if you haven't worked an IT job yet, or if you haven't worked multiple IT jobs yet, you probably wouldn't know that every environment is different, it's a toss up, every time you go into an environment, right? And so, jobs are looking at that. They want to know that your skills are going to transfer, and that you're not going to come there talking about some application that's specific to that job that you'll never see again, So, in conclusion, that's pretty much in a nutshell what the mission of this company is. And I'm just here on board to help them with that mission. I'm pretty much, I come from that, right? That's how I got my start. So Windows Admin Center has completed downloading. Not sure if we're gonna get SCCM done, but let's see. Let's just say no, because we're downloading SCCM, so we wouldn't need it. All right, and let's get this thing installed. Boom. Just chugging along. I mean, it's consistently at 8-9 minutes, stuff like that. Should have got water before I sat down. Would y'all be mad if I went and got one? It's right behind the screen behind me. Yeah, I'll be right back. All right. Let me tell you something. This is Kroger water, right? Guarantee you they're probably using the same water that some other, famous water brand is using. And I'm not about to get woke on you and tell you that you should be buying this because it's cheaper or anything like that. It's not where I'm taking you. I was just going to say they have the worst tops in the water bottle industry. The worst. If you ever want to try this trick, just make sure it's tight and do not squeeze. That's my disclaimer. Let's see if we can get Windows Admin Center going. Because really, that's what it seems like the stream is going to be about. Seems like it kind of, hijacked everything. All right, looks like a valid certificate. We're just going to say okay. And what you want to do here, and I know this from experience, right? Yeah, because I just learned it, right? But anyways, this is my username. This is my computer. If I were to try and log in right now to this, it's just going to loop and loop and loop and never sign me in, right? So the appropriate thing to do, because we're trying to get to the hypervisor so we can see the other servers, is to connect to servers, right? And we want to find our hypervisor, right? And I happen to know the name of that hypervisor, right? It's HustleVisor. After the late great Nipsey Hussle, my favorite artist since 2013, and access was denied. You can still add it to your collection. Yeah, sure. I have administrator privileges, so I can do that anyway. See if we can get in there. All right. Never. Sure. No. Cool. Let's connect. All right. It's quite a bit of information here. As you can see, my RAM, processors, memory, logged in users, uptime. What's this? 55 days, 6 hours, 6 minutes, 33 seconds. Excuse me. So as you can see, I haven't patched in 55 days at least, right? Because who's to say the last time I turned it off, I patched it, right? And if you don't know what a patch is, it's an update. It's a Windows update. Because I'm not gonna assume that people know anything, right? You could be coming in at any level, and I want it to come off that way, right? Because I feel like that's how a lot of this should be. You can't just be throwing out jargon that people not gonna understand right off the rip. I mean, you gotta learn somewhere, right? Anyways, you can see the space, all that, threads, processes, speed, utilization, Ethernet. See my slow internet, my virtual switch, victory switch. All right, let's get to the meat and potatoes, virtual machines. We're going to get a summary. 54 days ago. 54, 55, 55. Not much activity going on out here, right? You can see the memory utilization. All right, let's go to our inventory. We're going to go to our DC because I don't have many servers on my network, honestly. I need more. I'm going to probably get some Raspberry Pis and set them up on stream. If you don't know what a Raspberry Pi is, it's just a little small device that you can set up to do really any IT project, right? It's kind of amazing what people do with them. So just look it up, Raspberry Pi, and that's Pi with a PI, like 3.14, right? TDC, the DC continues, the domain continues. The late great Nipsey Hussle, as you might see, my whole network is kind of based off of Nipsey puns. It's DC. Let me not bore you with the details. Let's go ahead and go to it. I'm gonna download an RDP file because I'm lazy. Yeah, let's open it up. Show details, connect. Marathon. I don't know my password. All right. Great. Let's see. Remote desktop connection. If you don't know what a remote desktop connection is, all I'm doing is I am remotely logging on to my server, my virtual server, my virtual machine. And that is incorrect. Let's do this. We need to get the administrator account and the domain. What is going on here? Let's see, what does it say on the RDP file? Maybe there's something wrong with the name of my server. See if I can edit this. Now let's try it. Cool. Nice. All right. Let's take it to the streets. I don't know why it's coming up in this little small screen, but who cares? I forget what's the Control-Alt-Delete shortcut. For RDP, because when you are remotely signing on to something, you got to use other things because you don't want to lock your computer that you're doing it on. Control-Alt-End. Press on that's one way to do it. You can also open no. Oh, sorry y'all, I'm tired. It's a pet peeve to me when people don't just get right to the answer. Like, you make me read this long blog. I'm sure you would get so many more hits if you just gave the answer, right? But who am I, right? Okay, we're here. Can't remember how tight I have the security on my DC. Not sure if it's gonna let me just copy and paste the file over there, but then again, anything is possible, right? Oh boy. And it's already moving a little slow. I need some more servers, man. This thing can only be upgraded to 16. gigabytes of RAM, and honestly I got 10 gigs right now. Would have had 16, but the other 8 gig stick was defective, so you know, kind of blew me. Haven't ordered another one just yet. All right, let's see if it'll let me do this. Yeah, it's not looking like I'm getting the paste option, right? So guess what? Let's try this. Let's see if we can use run to make a connection to my computer, my physical computer, my desktop that I'm working on right now, to grab the folder to grab the stuff from there. But I need to figure out what I named this computer, right? So the smart thing to do is to go to this PC properties. There we go. waitmattno.keystone.local, right? So I believe it works like this. 2 of these, or 2 of these maybe. And then I think you get one and see what happens. Cool, it worked. All right. Now, what account am I under? I believe this is my account. Downloads. And here it is. And we're running it. Should have ran as an administrator, but I'm already in as the administrator, so technically I am running it as an administrator. And is it moving slow? Yes, it is. I probably should have copied it to the desktop first. Might make it move a little faster. It won't have to travel across the internets to get to my computer. Great. This software is not supported on domain controller machines. And guess what this is? A domain controller. So guess what? We would need to use our test server, which is slow as molasses because it only has 4 gigabytes of RAM on there, maybe 2. Great. So I believe this is marathon-p2.keystone.local. See if it'll let me use my regular account. And if we can't do this, guys, I apologize. We'll probably just have to find another project, or I'll figure out another way to rig it. Get me a Raspberry Pi or something and run it back for you all. Connections not authorized for remote login. Great, but I guarantee it lets my administrator account in. I need to do some editing to my privileges because this isn't ethical at all. You shouldn't be signing in with the administrator account all willy-nilly. Don't do what I do. Do as I say, like your parents used to tell you, and you'll be alright. Because me, I'm a bad boy. I make bad decisions sometimes. Let's see. All right, let's try this again. Part 2. See if I can copy paste here. Oh yeah, and don't mind the standard evaluation. I don't have a license for this one, so it's gonna expire someday, which is fine. You know, just start up another server. Who cares? The other one I have a license for because it's a domain controller. It will make my life a lot harder if it just expired one day. As long as your domain controller works, you can, well, your domain controller and your hypervisor, you can salvage the rest of it, you know, run backups or something. Looks like this might actually install, and quite honestly, let's see how long we've been on here. We've been out here for about 40 minutes, so quite honestly, you know, once we get fully installed here, I might call it a wrap for this, because technically the name of this stream is I forget the name of the stream, but I believe it's something about deploying SCCM. And if we get it installed, we definitely deployed it. No. This is admin center. Great. Wonder if I was even using the right one before. Would be just my luck, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not what I clicked, right? The possibility I might have been able to run it on my other one. Let's see. Because the other one is faster. I know it's a domain controller and I shouldn't be installing anything there. But once again, I'm breaking the rules because we're low on resources, 1. And 2, breaking rules are fun. And 3, you know, this isn't a serious network. You know, this is something I just use to test, practice, and all of that kind of stuff. When I build my serious network, you guys will be able to see all of it, right? I want y'all to see from the ground up. Okay, so this will admin center. Am I really? Do I just keep clicking the same thing? Am I tripping? Maybe I'm not in my right mind, guys. It's admin center. I feel like I'm not making much sense. All right, let's go back to Marathon P2. 2 Keystone. Should put keystone.local. Yeah, no, this just keeps trying to add the same thing over there. That's the problem. It's not me, I promise. Yeah, let's do Ryan. Even though I don't want it. You know, sometimes this can frustrate you. And of course, it's been worse before. So don't think I'm, you know, complaining over nothing. What is going on? All right, this is what we need. Yes, I want to use it anyway. Do a copy, a paste. I don't know why it kept wanting to paste the admin center, but let's run it. And granted, I should probably wait for it to finish copying. I'm doing a lot. But, you know, I can get frustrated with these servers because, for instance, if we take a look at the task manager, I guarantee you it's back here freaking out because of all the stuff we're doing on this server. Well, it's not so bad, but for the most part, it's not desirable. Like 4 gigabytes of RAM on here is not enough in 2020. Got DNS running, LSA processes, DHCP. Performing much better than I expected, though. I'm not gonna lie. For it to have been up 55 days, I only have 4 gigs of RAM. Let's see where we at in our install. I don't even see the program anymore. I hope y'all are enjoying the music. I love that music. Yeah, I can't hear it though. My favorite though. Come on, speed up. Press the install button, but it doesn't look like it did anything, so I'm gonna wait for it to get to the desktop. In the meantime, more Sonic, but this time the proper Sonic. Don't mind my lighting in the background. I only got a couple more seconds. We almost ready to rock and roll, hopefully. It'd be messed up. I'd get all this far just for it to tell me this software can't run on a DC, just like the last accidental program showed me, I do want to point out that technically, since the OS has already been installed on those servers, I didn't need to install Windows Admin Center to show y'all what was going on. I just wanted to. But it looks like it's time. Let's see what happens. Apparently this, to me, right now, as it stands, this doesn't look like enough. We might need whatever that Admin Center exe was as well. And if we do, we'll just do it another day. We'll do a part 2 stream. I don't want to hold y'all up for more than an hour, especially if you're watching the whole thing and not skipping through. And you might be binge watching this, forever ago later. I'm not just gonna put unnecessary waiting in here where you're just skipping around trying to figure out where the action starts. And here we go. It's self-extractor. Great. Some more hurry up and wait, as they call it. So yeah, those watching this in the future, good for you. You can skip ahead. Those of us that aren't, we're stuck here. There's no chat going on, so I'm playing Sonic. Don't mind me. I'm waitmattno if you want to play me online. That's on Xbox or Switch. Even on Steam, but I don't be on there, to be honest. On Xbox, I'll be playing Modern Warfare, Sonic, of course, Grand Theft Auto, and that's about it. Occasionally, about 3 times a year, you will catch me on 2K. This is so slow. And this is just extracting. So, you want to know how long it's going to take to install? A long time. So guess what, guys? I think I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna let it finish extracting, and then maybe we'll do a part 2 tomorrow. If not tomorrow, sometime this week. But I appreciate you rocking with me. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe to everything. You know what I'm saying? We're not just trying to build a platform on one website. We're trying to build a platform across the internet, a community across the internet. Just like if you were in a sorority or a fraternity and you came across one of your brothers or sisters and you noticed them, you know what I mean? Y'all didn't have to go to the same school or come from the same chapter, but you're from the same sorority or fraternity, right? So the same thing we're trying to do here. It doesn't matter if you came here from YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, our website. Just make sure you get there. I'm at waitmattno on everything. We're at the IT Chameleon on everything. theitchameleon.com. That's theitchameleon.com. theitchameleon.com. Check us out. Sign up. Get the free ebook. Get on our mailing list. I've been seeing y'all joining up. I really appreciate it. We really appreciate it. And I look forward to doing more of these streams, putting out more video content, putting out more free ebooks, free everything, right? We just want to show, teach, and learn. And we're not even asking for anything in return, right? It's completely free. And there's a community to come. I'll be announcing that later, or if not me, somebody from the team will be announcing that later. We're just trying to make sure we got enough people to have some, have some real activity going on in there once we start it. Because if we give it out too soon and people get in there and it's nothing going on, people are gonna forget about it, leave it alone, and it's just gonna die, right? So we're trying to get at least 100 people, 100 dedicated people who really just are about this HomeLab server learning life, right? And then we're gonna get it started. And we're looking for 50 enthusiasts, right? You might already know a lot about this stuff, and we want to get you involved first, right? Because you're the ones that's really going to help us keep the conversation going from the jump. So thank you for joining me, and I'll catch you another time. Peace.